Yo, what is good, everybody? It's the Anime Corner. Finally got a haul for you guys for the months of December and January. I wanted to get this video out quicker, but unfortunately, things happen in between. Like I said in my last video, I've been going through a lot of things, and unfortunately, also some of my orders, like I ordered from Barnes and Nobles, and they canceled two of my orders, and some of my other manga and graphic novels still haven't arrived yet. So this haul is going to be a little bit smaller than I was hoping. Still good size, and I picked up some dope things and been wanting to show you guys. So yeah, that's enough of me rambling on. You guys came to check out the haul, and so yeah, let's get it. Alright, so I'm gonna start off showing this real quick. I actually picked up a figure, or I should say I got this as a gift during the holidays from my parents. They got me a Vegeta statue figure, which is really dope because I'm a massive Vegeta fan. Vegeta's like one of my all-time favorite characters, not just in Dragon Ball Z, just as an anime character in general. I love Vegeta, and yeah, I've been meaning to want to pick up more figure statues, so hopefully I pick up more soon. Alright, so next up we have a manga that I have been meaning to complete for the longest time, and that is Gundam the Origin. I picked up volumes 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10, 11, and 12. I am the biggest Gundam fan, you guys already know that, but I wasn't the biggest original Mobile Suit Gundam fan when I was younger, and going into Gundam the Origin, I absolutely love this series so much now, especially as I gotten older. I've come to appreciate the story a whole lot more. I know a lot of people who don't really like mechs, but I really recommend checking out Gundam the Origin. It has a bit of everything for you. I mean, it's a great coming of age story, revenge, politics, sci-fi, obviously giant mechs. It is awesome. A lot of political drama, and just the art is absolutely gorgeous in this series. I mean, check it out. The color pages are just stunning, and this is definitely obviously a classic manga, and you have some fantastic characters. Amuro Ray, you have the great Char Asimov, who is like one of the most iconic villains of all time. And yeah, I just can't praise this series enough. I absolutely love it. It's definitely one of my favorite series. Next up, we have the latest volume of One Punch Man, volume 18. I have yet to read this volume. I just picked this up today, so I haven't been able to read it, but it is One Punch Man, and I'm always excited to read another One Punch Man volume. Alright, next up we have a volume that I've been looking forward to for so long. Vinland Saga, Book 11. I love Vinland Saga. It is my favorite manga of all time, and this volume definitely was a fun one to read. Had a lot of action, a lot of gore, but this also had a lot of humor in this volume. Like, they had some seriously funny moments in here. I mean, they even had like one panel have like an homage to The Shining, the movie. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty funny. Love Vinland Saga. I have unfortunately not been able to watch the anime yet, but I've heard great things about it, and if you guys have been watching it or have watched it, I would love to know your guys' opinions on it. We also have the newest volume of the 20th Century Boys, volume 6, the Perfect Edition. You guys already know I've been liking this series a lot, and this volume was also very awesome. Probably one of my favorite volumes from the series that I have read so far. A lot of cliffhangers and things I did not see coming, so can't wait till the next volume comes out. Next up, we have a new manga release called Satan Young Man, and this is a comedy manga that is about Jesus and Buddha, who are really good friends, and they decide to rent out an apartment in Tokyo and take a break from their godly duties. And going into this manga, when I heard about it, I definitely couldn't pass it up because that premise seemed really interesting and funny. But going into it, I was also a little bit worried because when it comes to comedy, it's so subjective. And like, for example, the latest new manga that came out a while back, The Way of the House Husband, which is another comedy manga, a lot of people seemed to like it and thought it was really hilarious. I liked it, but I didn't think it was all that hilarious. So, you know, just like I said, comedy is so subjective. And but going into, you know, Saint Young Men, I have to say I'm digging it so far. I think it's pretty funny. I'm enjoying it. I'm taking my time with this volume, not rushing it. But so far, I'm actually enjoying the comedy. I think it's pretty funny. I like the art. And yeah, I definitely would recommend maybe checking this series out digitally first, just to see if you know, get the vibes and you enjoy it, and if you like the comedy and if it works for you. That'd definitely be my recommendation, to check out digitally first. Next up, we have The Walking Man by Jiro Taniguchi. I've been looking forward to this re-release for a while. I've always heard good things about The Walking Man. I know it's one of Jiro Taniguchi's most famous works. And this was definitely an interesting read. In many ways, this manga barely had any dialogue at all. But I'll start off with what the plot is and the story is about. It's about this, businessman who's just going on strolls around town where he lives and just enjoying life and appreciating life, and interacting with his neighbors and like people in the neighborhood and helping kids out here and there. And I remember seeing a review that really described this series pretty well. It's basically like Clark Kent being in Japan or something. Like, I'm talking about old school, just Clark Kent, not the Superman figure, not the capes and heroes and all that, just the person who is a good-hearted man and just loves everything about the earth. And that's basically what The Walking Man really felt like, is just this really good-hearted man who is just enjoying life and appreciating everything about the nature of the earth and just people in general, interacting with them and helping them out. And yeah, I don't think this manga is for everybody. Just like I said, the description of the story is just, it doesn't have a lot of dialogue, and it could bore somebody, personally, to be honest. But I did enjoy this. I really like the artwork in here. I like Jiro Taniguchi's art style, and I guess also I would say I enjoyed this more. I think this gravitates more to an older reader, and yeah, I appreciate this volume and definitely want to see what other works they're gonna put out from Jiro Taniguchi. So that is pretty much everything I picked up for these last 2 months. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll love it if you like, comment, subscribe, and your boy's out.